Welcome back to the China Open 2023 here in Changzhou, China. We've had the first match already with Feng Yangzhe and Wang Dongping beating Jessica Tan and Terry He. Now we move on to the women's singles, second match of the day. Putri Kusuma Wardani of Indonesia takes on Akane Yamaguchi, the second seed from Japan. So looking at how things are playing out here, the winner of this match between Yamaguchi and Wardani will play either Lian Tan from Belgium or Korea's Kim Ga-eun in the second round. Heavy European and American mix here in this part of the draw, which as you can see is in the bottom half, effectively the fourth quarter of that draw. Only 3 Asians in this 8, as you can see, which is a little bit unusual. But good to see the diversity, of course. We'll wait the arrival of these players coming through shortly. So if you just joined us, we are still awaiting the players to come out here on court 1. It is the women's singles match between Putri Kusuma Wardani of Indonesia and Japan's Akane Yamaguchi. So we have the players now finally come on here on court 1. Was perhaps that last match ending a little quicker than expected. Does happen, but that's fine. It's Akane Yamaguchi, who started the year ever so well, but maybe not quite where she wants to be. They've met once before. Yamaguchi beating Wardani.
What do you choose? Receive.
You serve. Which end? Of the Indonesia Open earlier this year. Winning that one 21-15, 21-11 in just 36 minutes. That was in June, so just almost 3 months ago. Let's get a little bit more information on these players. Starting with Putri Kusuma Wardani, who's 21, 170 centimeters tall, playing at a highest ranking of 33. She has got a SEA Games, a Southeast Asian Games bronze medal from 2021. And won a couple of titles on the World Tour in 2021. She won the Spain Masters, a Super 300. Last year she won the Olio Masters, which is a Super 100. Also won a couple on the International Challenge Series level, the Czech Open in 21, as well as the Bangladesh International. Akane Yamaguchi is just 156 centimeters tall, with a giant in the field. 26 years of age. She is now the world number 2. She's been overtaken by An Se-young. She started as world number 1 this year, but An's form has been impressive. So that's something she certainly wants to get back. World champion in 2021 and 2022. This year she finished with a bronze, and got a bronze also in 2018. Guo Weiliang is the Chinese umpire. Just going back to Akane Yamaguchi, she's a current Asian Games bronze medalist. She gets to defend that in a few weeks' time. Also here in China, Lao Chenlia is the service judge. Asian Championships, she was a winner in 2019, 2 silvers in 2017 and last year, and a bronze this year. East Asian Games champion, bronze medalist in 2013. A former Youth Olympics silver medalist as well, by the way, and that was in Nanjing in 2014, not too far away from me, about an hour and a half away. Now, she has won a whopping 14 titles on the World Tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, am I right?
4 of them have been this year. The Malaysia Open, the German Open, Malaysia Masters, and Canada Open.
Putri Kusuma Wardani, Indonesia.
And she was running up at the India Open this year, as well as the Singapore Open. But she's lost a number of those titles. 4 of those titles she lost to An Se-young in the final. It's a great rivalry developing between those two. She completely misjudged that.
Service over. 1 love.
Now, if the drift really has a part to play today, we'll see that more in the singles than in doubles, and we'll soon find out how it's affecting them shortly.
Two love.
But it's a fine start from the player who's supposed to be at the more difficult end, Wardani.
Service over. 1-2.
Easy one to put away. A lot of finesse on that from Yamaguchi. Didn't need to go hard on it. Skimming the net from Wardani. Yamaguchi takes the lead for the first time. She's got a good record here, Yamaguchi, at the China Open. She won it in 2017, as I mentioned earlier. She got to the final in 2014, quarterfinals in 2016, second round exit in 2015, and a surprising first round exit in 2019. This tournament important because it's a Super 1000, amazing points on offer, and the money is also very, very good. It's $2 million in prize money, which is the second most after the World Tour finals. Winners will get $140,000 US.
Service over. 5-4.
Just a bit too low there.
Service over. 5-4.
Yamaguchi. Made it over.
6-5.
There's a sheer force of the shot from Wardani. Playing some really good stuff here, Wardani.
7-5.
Maneuvering our opponent around nicely. It's by 2 now.
Service over. 6-7.
Well, looking at the record of these players, Wardani making a debut in the China Open this year. She's played 129 matches in the opening round, Akane Yamaguchi, and she's won 111 of them. She's had 8 first-round wins in a row here, Akane Yamaguchi. Sorry, any tournament, I should say. And the last time she was knocked out in the opening round was by Pornpawi, and that was only because of a walkover by Yamaguchi. So the last time she actually lost was against an Indonesian, funnily enough. another Indonesian. That was at the Malaysia Open last year in June. She lost to Gregoria Mariska Tunjung. Bit too much on there.
Over 7-8. Thank you, Lanjak.
Now, can she apply the pressure, Yamaguchi, on her opponent? This time it's Yamaguchi's turn to maneuver her opponent around.
Five, 8.
Yeah, very, very low. She took that, Yamaguchi. Difficult to return. Nothing between them at the moment. It's a good match. Yeah, just wouldn't go over for Wardani. Yeah, she's a bit frustrated, you can understand. She's done really well to get there. But that seems one that should really have been made. So into the interval, Yamaguchi leads by 2 against Wardani. She'll be quite happy with where she is right now.
まあ、コントロールしながら打つと甘かったりそこが実は正解なそこのところが少し捕まってるクリアのブロックそこの調整だけあとはちょっとネットをこっちの味方につける
20 seconds. Eleven, 9, play.
So Wardani would be pretty happy that she still, as in what we said earlier with the mixed doubles match, where the low-ranked pair still kept themselves within range.
Grab 9. The lead now is in a little bit more of a comfortable position for Yamaguchi. This is sort of where she wants to be, a bit more than that as well. That is a glorious shot from Wardani. 14.
Oh no, well, I thought that was in, excuse me. Looks like it was out. Which means
makes it all the more frustrating for her because it was a straight up shot, wasn't it, to play. She's raced to the 6-point lead since the interval. Very, very good, Yamaguchi. She's turned it up a notch, hasn't she? It's impressive. And there's problems now for Wardani. That's more like it. She needed that.
10-16.
Seven clear now.
Service over. 17-10.
Should have gone long. It's worth a challenger. Why not?
Putri Kusuma Wardani. Challenges out.
Now just having a look at this challenge. Oof.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Very, very out, isn't it?
18-10. Play. Service over. 11-18.
Yeah, it's a too far distance, you feel now, and perhaps Wardani has to just think about the next game now.
Serve 18.
Few and far between these points. She needs to put on a sustained run. Wardani, much more inspiration required. Wardani, a little hopeless at times, just too good. Akane Yamaguchi. She's taking her time, making sure everything's correct.
Game point 12.
Again, right across her opponent, converts the game point quickly. Akane Yamaguchi, extremely comfortable, I have to say. They're looking imperious at the moment against Putri Kusuma Wardani.
1, 20 seconds. Call 1, 20 seconds. Second game, level play. One love. Two love. Service over. 1, 2.
It's been excellent so far from Akane Yamaguchi. The run of 5 points in a row comes to an end. Rally's getting a little bit longer as well. Of course, as soon as I say that, this one ends.
It's over. 3, 2.
Which means what? Wardani's now going to find it a little bit easier, supposedly. That's the theory of it on this end, where she's going against the drift. That means there is a little bit of a breeze in layman terms. That's coming from behind Akane Yamaguchi. It means that Yamaguchi has to be a little careful with the shots that she plays, because they will carry. They will go beyond the lines, perhaps. So she can't push right through as she would normally do. Whereas going into the drift, she can push as hard as she wants, Wardani. Well, that's interestingly being challenged. I thought that was quite clearly in, but we'll see. She seemed quite convinced of this one. There we go. That isn't the right one. That's why she's having a bit of a laugh. It's the back line, so that's being asked for again.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 time remaining.
Well, no decision. I think we're going to have to. We have to wait 1 second and have that redone again. So that's what she's pointing out at the moment, that they have to wait for the decision to be redone again. And now they're going to have to make a call here.
The result is no decision, so the original call is stand. Okay? No decision. So the result is in.
no decision.
You do not lose a challenge.
Yeah.
No challenge.
Challenge. How many challenges are
You do not lose one. So how many challenges does she have left?
2.
Okay, so just to explain then, so no conclusive decision there from Hawkeye, who are doing the reviews. And that means
Play.
the original decision stands, which means it was in from the line judge. Whatever the line judge decided there, it was in. And the only, I suppose, silver lining for Yamaguchi is that she gets to keep that challenge because it was inconclusive. And she, I think she would have lost it anyway, to be honest. So probably just as well for her.
5-4.
So as I was saying, this is what we would just in very broad general terms. This is the so-called easier side of things now for Wardani. So she might find it a little less taxing playing against Yamaguchi on this end. Well, that looks good from Yamaguchi.
Service over. 5-6.
Who, as I mentioned, has been supplanted not too long ago by Anse Young as world number 1. So she'll be absolutely desperate to
Service over.
get back to that number 1 position.
7-5.
Very small in stature, but very diligent, runs swiftly, picks up difficult shots, Yamaguchi. That's clearly in. Others are typically unable to save. That's because she's a very patient and consistent performer.
Service over. 8.
Well, Wardani has the lead here. She didn't really have too much of a lead in the first game. She had the lead a few times in the early stages of the last game. Leading up to 8-7, a bit like now actually.
7-8.
And then Yamaguchi never looked back. From 8-all onwards, it was Yamaguchi basically in front. Now 8-all, which is where it was in the last game before Yamaguchi then surged. And there, well, it's gone way, way beyond.
9-8. Service over. 9-all. Over 10-9.
Well, this one slightly closer. Remember, at the interval of the last game, it was 11-9, so very similar right now to where we were. Wardani slightly better than the previous game.
10-all.
That could be, of course, because of those conditions, slightly more in her favour. So it is actually Wardani who's just in front here at the interval. 11-10 in game 2, though it's Akane Yamaguchi who's won that first game.
Call 1, 20 seconds. Call 1, 20 seconds. They are on court. Eleven, 10, play.
So we understand for the moment, you will have seen, if you've been watching this match closely, that there was an error perhaps in the challenge system earlier when Yamaguchi challenged the decision. It ended up being a no decision. There has been a technical issue, so as far as we understand, for now, no challenges. I'll let you know when that one, comes back.
Curve 11.
That just changes things just a little bit in terms of how they're going to approach things. Got to go with the calls from the line judges. Maybe they can afford to take a few more risks.
Service
We'll
over.
see.
12-all.
Yes, a lot closer the field to this one than the last game.
Service over. Lines up. 13-12.
That's Yamaguchi just in front here.
Service over. 13-all.
This is very, very different affair now, isn't it?
Starting.
So Wardani is in the lead, thereabouts, and making himself much more difficult against Yamaguchi. Left stranded there, Wardani. easy for number 33 in the world to play the number 2. But she's holding her own at the moment.
15-14.
She's actually lost more than she's won this year. 14 wins out of 29 matches coming into this tournament. You contrast that with Yamaguchi's won 45 of her 55 matches. She's won about 90% of her matches this year. That's a very, very good record.
Over. 15-all.
Overall, she's won 430 out of 568. Again, that's about 80% of her matches she's won. Contrast that with Wardani, who's won 123 out of 181, which is not bad. It's about 70%, but she has not been on the World Tour all that long. And she's still leading here, Wardani. So no doubt about the ends making a difference. There's a sheer quality of Yamaguchi at the moment that's really helping her out. She's battling some tough conditions. Unforced errors like that will help her cause. Played that late, which means one thing only. Oh, lively rally, really nicely done. Should go on and win that.
17-all.
Played that brilliantly on the overhead.
Play.
Failed to get that over, and it's actually Wardani who's just in front now. It's getting very interesting, quite tense here. 3 points away from taking a game off the world number 2. That's huge for Wardani. Maximum concentration needed, and a little bit of luck as well, perhaps, from Akane Yamaguchi. Wardani has 5 times previously played a top 5 player, lost them all.
18.
Twice taken them to 3. Herbing Chow most recently in the World Championships, just a couple of weeks ago, and in the very first match against a top 5 player, that was earlier this year, the Indonesian Masters against An Se Young. Not often you see that happening. But Yamaguchi now moves on to 2 match points. And she wraps it up, Akane Yamaguchi. Very good from her overall. Wardani certainly enjoying the conditions, or it looked like it gave her a bit of a hand in the second game. It was a much, much tighter affair. She might be thinking of what could have been, but it's Akane Yamaguchi who proceeds on here.
good performance from her overall. Only ever won against a Japanese opponent once before. Kusuma Wardani beating Aya Ohori, who's actually in the court next door. She found it tough today against Akane Yamaguchi. So the Japanese second seed, Akane Yamaguchi, beats Putri Kusuma Wardani 21-12, 21-18. She's done it in 37 minutes and continues a very good record against Indonesian opponents, now winning 26 out of 32 meetings against them.
First three women's single
将由来自韩国的金佳恩。